So today I'm going to teach you various ways to write one word. The word that we're using today is lather. I've picked lather because obviously it's quite fun to start a letter or a word with the letter L. It's one of my favourites to write with. And also you can have fun with your ascenders and your descenders and your exit strokes for this word. So to begin with, we're just going to use a ruler and just pop in a nice easy baseline. Pop a couple in there. And it's up to you whether you use a pencil to begin with and then go over with nib and ink, or do it straight with nib and ink. My preference would be to do it all in pencil first, so then you can correct any mistakes with sort of the spacing between the characters. And you know, anything else that you're unhappy with. So we're going to get started, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to write lather, and we're going to make it quite bouncy. So obviously we have a baseline, and it's completely up to you whether you stay on the baseline or whether you go up or below the baseline when you're writing. So if you stay on the baseline, it's going to be quite formal, and the more sort of up and over and down below the baseline you get, the more bouncier it's going to be. So we're going to write these sort of fairly larger than what I would normally write, but it's just nice to have fun with this. So we're going to start with that L. And as you can see there, I'm just going to drop it below the baseline, and I'm going to slot the next character in just here. And we're going to make it really, really bouncy. So up. There you go, over the top, and you could even go bouncy than that if you wanted to. So let's go and then bring this centre down. And that's how you'd make your lettering quite bouncy. So that's the bounce. Oops. Bouncy. And then we've got formal. So formal is sort of sitting more on the baseline. Still with the L here, you still drop it slightly lower, because it gives it that elegant look. This, and then you take your time with formal calligraphy. Okay, so slightly more formal. And then we're going to go for flourish. So with flourishing, we can get somewhere in between formal and informal. And we're just going to write our letters like this, and then we're going to work on some flourishes. So I know that I can do a nice connection here between the T and the H during that, and I know that anything that's coming down I can flourish, like so. And anything that's got the exit stroke like this, you can flourish as well. So that's how you would write that in a flourished way. Now we've got sharp. So with my calligraphy, I tend to have quite rounded calligraphy. You can do like a fine art calligraphy style, which is just a little sharper, so the edges are a little bit pointier, so, and sort of a bit more upright. So let's just try that. There you go, so nice sharp calligraphy. And then we're going to do pressure and no pressure, which I'll do without doing the pencil. So once you're happy with all of this and you've just checked the spacing and everything's looking pretty sweet, you then go over with your nib and ink. So I'm using an Oblique Pen Holder today with some Sumi ink. The paper that I'm using is a HP Colorchoice Paper. You can also use a Vidia. The smoother the paper, the easier it will be to write your calligraphy. So let's have a little play with this. I'm not worrying too much if I don't hit the pencil lines when I'm tracing. If I try to do that, I end up messing up, to be honest. And then if you just constantly make sure you load your nib back up again. Take your time and breathe. Let's try this one. Usually with bounce lettering, it's fun to add a little more pressure. So that's the first, and then let's go for the second. And it's up to you whether you connect your crossbar to the H, then you do a straight crossbar, or you can just have a little bit of fun like that. Okay, flourishing. Now take your time. Remember, flourishing is all about the oval. And just remember to reload your ink regularly. See here, I've left this on a point to make it easier to connect. There you go. And then I've got a nice pointy one, so and then we're going to go for some pressure. Here we go. Just going to move a little bit of paper underneath my hand so it doesn't get stuck to the table. Move that out of the way. Obviously, the more pressure you add, the quicker you're going to run out of ink. So reload that nib regularly. So lots of pressure, and then let's just do it, not so much pressure here. And there you go. That's a couple of different ways to write one word and experiment with your styles. And the more you do this, the more feathers you have in your cap, and the more different styles and different ways you can write calligraphy, the more work that you can work on and potential clients that you'll receive. So if you've enjoyed that video, I would love, love, love to have a like and a subscribe. Any comments below how you felt about this video would be fantastic. If you want to learn more regular with me, I obviously offer one-to-one workshops online, or you can join Patreon. So lovely to see you here, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.